top reasons e-commerce fraud is on the rise. Consumers are spending more online than ever before. With an increase in online shopping comes an increase in e-commerce fraud. Fraudsters are taking advantage of our increasingly digital world and finding new ways to get their hands on your hard-earned money. The more we embrace modern conveniences regarding e-commerce online stores, the more thieves and fraudsters will take advantage of these systems. As long as there is money to be made, there is an incentive to steal and trick hardworking online shop owners. In 2021 alone, e-commerce fraud surpassed $20 billion, an 18% jump compared to the previous years. There are methods to protect your WooCommerce or Shopify store. Using bespoke plugins and apps like Xero for Business is an excellent place to start. It will allow you to track all the currency moving through your company. However, to really protect your business, you need to understand why this increase in fraud happening in the first place is. Number 1 is increase in digital transactions. As digital transactions increase, so does the risk of fraud. This isn't exactly a revelation, it's just common sense. The more opportunities for fraud exist, the more likely you are to encounter it. Digital transactions offer greater access and convenience than their analog counterparts, and as people continue to move away from physical payment methods like cash and checks toward digital ones like credit cards and mobile apps, the number of available options for fraudulent activity will only increase. To combat this issue, retailers must adopt new strategies designed specifically for online shopping environments. Number 2 is including new methods of payment. As we mentioned, credit cards are the most popular method of payment on the internet. However, there are other options as well. Bank accounts example, PayPal and Venmo, or cryptocurrency example, Bitcoin, are also available. These methods can be convenient and easy to use because you don't have to carry a physical card with you everywhere you go, but they aren't as secure as credit cards. The more e-commerce platforms offer various payment methods, the greater the risk of fraud. Therefore, you must be sure that anytime you integrate a new payment method, you are also increasing your security and anti-fraud features. Number 3 is integration of chips in credit cards. The credit card industry is on the verge of a significant shift. Chipped cards are being introduced to combat fraud, with most cards in circulation now chipped. The chips make it more difficult for criminals to counterfeit or clone your card and easier for you to protect yourself against fraud. The result is fewer stolen credit cards and more fake credit card numbers. If the fraudsters cannot get a hold of your physical card, they will simply copy down the number, name, address, and CCV. This can be done through the dark web by purchasing thousands of credit card details for practically nothing and then running them through an automated program to bombard an e-commerce site with attempted purchases. Number 4 is lack of jobs and increased inflation. Unemployment leads to a decrease in purchasing power. This means that when people don't have jobs, they can't spend money on goods and services. This results in a decline in sales, which causes stores like Amazon to lay off employees and cut costs wherever possible. It also means that some people will seek other methods of getting what they want. If there are no jobs that pay well enough to overcome rising inflation costs, then more people are likely to embrace underhanded methods of acquiring cash. This can be done relatively anonymously through fraud automation against e-commerce storefronts. Number 5 is increase in delivery services. One of the main reasons for higher e-commerce fraud is the rise in delivery services. With an increase in the number of delivery services available, fraudsters have more opportunities to commit fraud. As an example, you may see a listing claiming that there's a physical address where you can pick up your package. However, after making contact with them and agreeing on a pickup time and place, they'll request that you pay via Apple Pay or Venmo so they can send their driver over immediately with your package. Now let's look at the things you can do to prevent e-commerce fraud. The best solution to combating fraudsters is having a fully updated and integrated e-commerce platform. Of course, you can try to put together a list of apps or plugins that will help, but a simple answer is the powerful WooCommerce anti-fraud app. This bespoke development team uses modern technology and updated fraud protection to prevent users from making illegal purchases on your e-commerce store. The anti-fraud plugin places value on the transaction and then ranks it compared to other data points. This way, if more transactions occur in the future, they can be easily blocked. There are also manual controls like blacklisting emails, accounts, IPS, and countries from making purchases on your e-commerce store. The high-quality layer of proactive protection against everything from refund fraud to velocity attacks is why every WooCommerce store needs this powerful plugin. E-commerce fraud is on the rise, but it is not too late. By implementing the right measures, you can avoid the risks associated with e-commerce and protect your business from unnecessary losses. Until next time, stay secure and keep growing your e-commerce business. And make sure you never miss a video by subscribing and hitting the bell icon.